everybody, I'm Josh Olive with Haven Comics, and it is time for some shop talk. So stick around because we're going to have a fun night tonight. Just like vinyl records, we are back. And by we, I mean me and this guy. What's up, Alan?
Okay, so right off the bat, very, very important, earth-shattering comic book news.
Uh-oh.
It even is going to deserve one of these. You may already know this, but I did not find this out until about 30 minutes ago. But do you know what is hitting the bookshelves in November?
What is hitting the bookshelves in November, Alan?
Dynamite's Robin Hood, Disney's Robin Hood.
I did not know that, and now I'm really thinking that Corbin Michael Delaney needs to get a hold of Nick Barucci in the worst possible way.
So I'd actually ran across this article, and right here where's it at? Blah 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 blah. It says 32 pages on sale November 11th. The covers so far for issue 1 looks like we got 6 covers.
It's Dynamite, bro. It's going to be at least 26.
Oh, yeah, but the 6 that they're advertising are Joshua Middleton, David Nakayama, David Aja, Phil Hester, and Nathan Zerdy.
That's pretty good talent on every one of those.
I don't know if we're going to be able to pick this up because of glare, but that's the Zerdy cover.
Can't see a thing. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's
love it.
And then that's I think this one is the Joshua Middleton cover.
It's not showing me anything because you're frozen. That's okay. There we go. Now, is this just adapting the movie, or is this going to be on an ongoing series?
I believe it's going to be ongoing. This is what it says. It says, y'all know there's been a heap of legends and tall tales about Robin Hood, all different too. Well, the folks of the animal kingdom have their own version. It's the story of what really happened in Sherwood Forest. In this first chapter of never told but completely true stories of the world's most famous archer, old Robin Hood gets himself in a heap of trouble by breaking into mean old Prince John's castle every day for a week. But nobody can figure out what Robin's been stealing. And when Prince John finds out what's missing, woo boy. And that's all it says. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I am very much looking forward to that. That's good. That's a good one. No, Robin Hood, that's a classic. And I'm excited to see what they are able to do with it. There's a lot more room to tell Robin Hood stories, too, than there is like Lion King or something. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, and I mean, one of my things that I felt like's always been missing at Magic Kingdom is they need a section that's dedicated to those older movies like that. They could even do a ride that is like the old crap. What was that ride? It ended up becoming Mickey and Minnie's Railway.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, but the ride.
You mean what it used to be? The Great Movie Ride?
Yeah, they could do like a great movie ride version of nothing but the old Disney movies. Like Robin Hood, 101 Dalmatians, stuff like that.
I'd rather see. Okay, what's up, Kane? Trout sniffers. That's funny. I'd rather see a straight up Robin Hood ride, and you know what? They could probably do a similar technology to what they have on Buzz Lightyear or the Toy Story Midway Mania.
Yeah,
and you could be at an archery tournament or something where something goes wrong. I mean, you could have all kind of fun with that.
You could, but I'd
rather just see a straight up dark ride personally, but you could do that too.
Yeah, and I think it should be a dark ride along the lines of, say, like the Winnie the Pooh dark ride. Yeah,
Yeah.
or even something like Peter Pan.
I'd prefer the Winnie the Pooh type approach than Peter Pan, just because the flying through the air thing doesn't make as much sense unless we're all riding a
Oh yeah.
balloon powered Sir Hiss, right? Uh,
Or you're riding an arrow.
yeah, it could be too.
Yeah.
And at the end, you just smash into the wall.
I mean, look,
Ah!
I'm not cheap, but I'm very affordable. I think all Disney would have to do is just $100K a year, lifetime passes, a
And
resort
room and
room,
board.
resort room of my choice once a year for a week, and I will sit around and just dream crap up for them.
How do I sign up for that plan, please?
Oh goodness. We have not talked comics for a couple of
In a
weeks,
bit. That is a true statement, my friend.
but I did before we actually get into comics. For those that need a bit of nostalgia in their life, I did have to pick these two up. I have not read them because I lived them. I was at the movie theater when they actually came out, but I did pick up Mad Cave's movie adaptation of The Last Starfighter. Oh yeah, and the movie
Hang on one
adaptation.
sec. Is Alan locking up and freezing up on screen for anybody else but me, or is that just me?
Let me pull this up on my phone and see what's going on because
Anybody that's watching, I'd like to know. Because he just keeps freezing for extended periods of time. Video, his audio keeps going, but his video keeps freezing.
that is weird. Let's just see what's going on.
You're frozen now.
I'm frozen now?
Yeah, you are.
That's bizarre. All
It's
right, if
like
y'all
you're
need a little,
buffering really, really slowly.
and I mean, tell me when I
That sounded
freeze.
like Goofy. Gosh, that's bizarre. Well, I mean, tell me when that sounded like Goofy. That's bizarre. See, you're still frozen.
See, I'm not showing when I look at it on YouTube. I'm not showing frozen at all.
That's just on my end then. Great.
See, I'm not showing it when I look at it on YouTube. Okay, that's enough of all that. I can't handle that.
You could mute it, you know.
No, I could, but what's the fun in that? But I also picked up the movie adaptation of Flash Gordon, and
Ah!
these are actually kind of cool because they are when you dig into them, they are reprints of what came out in the 80s. So if you need a little bit of nostalgia in your life, and this is the Last Starfighter.
Favorite comedy from the 2000s? Oh, that's a.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm trying to think what the heck comedies came out during that decade.
Yeah, so I'll be honest with you. I gotta Google some of these questions just to see because I'm old. Let's look to see what we have.
Cast Allen as J. Jonah Jameson. That's an interesting casting choice. I don't think I've ever heard him say Spider-Man is a menace, but he could.
So the top ones that pop up, one that I'm going to go with that I'm going to say, I mean, I enjoyed Wedding Crashers. I thought that was a great
That was
movie.
a good movie. Yeah, that was funny.
One though that they will never be able to repeat it. And honestly, I think they are whining crying babies because they've already admitted they could never remake it just with today's culture, and that is Tropic Thunder.
Oh, absolutely not.
How
But that's a
many
funny
times
movie.
have you caught yourself quoting that movie?
A lot.
All these years later.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, or we all know what we never go.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't even
not
say
fully.
it. I can't even say it on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would probably have to go with Tropic Thunder.
That was a good one.
As far as comic books are concerned, I am going to start out with my least favorite and just kind of throw it out there. This
You got
started
Alpha
off.
Flight?
Do what?
You got Alpha Flight?
No, I don't have Alpha Flight. No, it's not. It's not that bad. Some of y'all may really. I'm going to say some people are really enjoying this book, but to me, it's just kind of lost me. And this issue was the issue that finally was just kind of the last nail in the coffin for me. It started out strong, started out so good, but it's just fizzled. And fizzled, I would say, in about the last 6 or 7 issues. I've really been trying to hang on to it, but I just don't know if I'm going to keep reading Absolute Green Lantern.
It has fizzled for me as well. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's dying quick. And I mean, it's like I said, some of y'all may be reading it and absolutely loving it. But these, and especially this issue, because there's some things that happen in this issue right here that started out, it was like, oh, okay, this is really good. I'm interested in this. And then it kind of jumped, and we never got closure on a portion of that story. And I was like, I didn't understand what was going on. Have you read this issue?
No, not yet.
Yeah, there. I mean, tell me what you think about it when you read it. But it just kind of, I don't know.
Before we jump to the next one, you just reminded me of something. I'd like to take a poll of our current people who are watching, if you guys wouldn't mind responding. I just had a retailer roundtable phone call this afternoon with Marvel folks, where they were telling us all about their new upcoming Midnight universe, which has 3 titles: Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men. Written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, Benjamin Percy, and Jonathan Hickman, in that order. Where are you guys at on this Midnight Universe thing? Are you excited for it? Do you think it's going to be cool? Do you think it's a pointless waste of time? Somewhere in between? What are your thoughts? As a retailer, I'm dying to know what other people are thinking, because I know what I'm thinking, and I don't know if my thoughts are going to be in agreement with other people. So hit us in the comments. Let us know what you think, because I'm really curious about that one.
Yeah, I've got my opinion on it, but I'm going to hold off for a little bit because I don't want to sway anybody's comment that may comment on it. So I will
One
be
thing I was surprised about today, because I've never heard Benjamin Percy talk before. That dude's voice is super low. It's
really?
just his regular talking voice. Is like, yes, we're very excited about. I'm like, holy smokes! Every time he talked, I was like, that's how you just normally speak. That's the voice that comes out of your mouth. That was really interesting.
See, I hate when something like that happens and I'm in a meeting, because I can't focus on anything else.
Yeah, that is true, and I was kind of in that same boat. Okay, Kane. It's another gimmick that will fizzle out fast. Just giving good stories driven by the character problems that Marvel used to be known for. Now, they have said over and over, and they kept saying it today, nobody's going to see these stories coming. And I'm like, well, I don't know. You're doing X-Men Vampires. We've seen that. This is just coming around again. We've seen X-Men Vampires a lot.
Yep.
I'm very curious. Well, it's not Midnight Suns.
Yeah,
The Midnight Universe is not Midnight Suns.
Yeah, and we are getting a limited Midnight Suns going on in Moon Knight right now that has been really good, even though distributors aren't getting the Moon Knight comic book out like they're supposed to yet.
Oh my gosh, I'm so mad about that. I'm having to outsource to comic shops all over to try and get enough copies of these books for our subscribers, because PRH was like, oh, we didn't ship you your books? I'm sorry. We don't have any more.
Yeah, it was so nice of them.
For the past 2 months, it's just a random book every week that's like, or 2 or 3 now, but for a long time, just a random book every week. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, do this. Email PRH and tell them to do that to a book that Alan does not read. Let's start there and see if that works.
Fair.
Next book on my list, and this is going to upset some people.
Well, hang on now.
Oh, wait a minute.
We've gotten a couple
Oh,
of
yeah, we got another one.
a couple of inputs from people, but let's address the question here, because we've heard one thing, kind of two things, and James's answer tells me that he hasn't heard enough about Midnight to know what that universe is yet, which means that all of the big marketing that they say they're doing is not reaching swaths of their current audience. But what are your thoughts, Alan? What do you hear about this Marvel universe? This new big exciting thing with all this top talent.
What they should have done is they should not be using Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men, any of that. They should have shifted Moon Knight, started a new Blade series, and you could do, I mean, they could literally go with the same business model that others have done. Hey, we're going to put out a 12-issue maxi series, and if it does good, we'll just keep extending it. But they should have done Moon Knight. They should have done Blade, Ghost Rider. They should have basically let it be the Midnight Suns off doing their own thing. They could have tied all the stories together at some level, let them split off into their own books.
I will say their reason for why they said they're not doing that.
Oh, okay.
Is because that fits in straight with the regular Marvel universe as it is. This is a whole separate universe.
It sounds like they're grasping, to be honest with you.
It's a whole separate universe. There you go. There you go.
But you know what? If it's a whole separate universe, are we going to get some of these, like Legion of Monsters? Are we going to get like, the Living Mummy, different things like that?
Doubtful. It feels, I will say one thing that, see, again, and James, that's kind of their point here is we're doing things to characters that you think we would never do to those characters. Lots and lots of body horror.
I mean, number one, their whole Red Band line fell flat on its face.
I asked a question specifically about that, and if I'm honest, because they had the chat closed, you could only ask questions in a little venue. So I posted a question there. They did not answer my question, and my question was: readers have lost faith after initiatives like the Red Band initiative, which never delivered what it said it was going to. How are you going to prove to those readers that this is the real deal?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to get them excited about it because they feel like they've been burned? They did not answer that question.
Not surprising.
No. There's some little part of me that's like, maybe it's going to be good. There's a big part of me that thinks this is ridiculous. And I'm just not buying it. It feels like they're grasping at straws.
I don't think there's nothing that they can do right now that's going to compete with DC's Absolute Universe.
They never said that on here, but it's clear that to me as a retailer and you as a reader, it's clear that that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is going to get there.
Yeah, and I think it literally goes back to something that Kane said a minute ago. I mean, they need to get back to stories driven by the characters. I mean,
Speaking
the
of which, did you see Paul Jenkins' announcement Wednesday?
no,
They are doing a third chapter in the Wolverine origin story, and he was the original writer for Wolverine Origin, right?
yeah,
This chapter is set in the 1950s, right after World War II. You got all these other things going on in the country, but yeah, set during the 1950s. And if you read the recent Century book, that was, oh, if you've ever owned a dog, that was really, really should heartbreaking. But every dog owner has been through what happens in that story, and uh, he nailed it, and he showed you why it was worth it. And he used just a little thing like that as a vehicle to tell an incredible story. And I'm really excited to see what he does with this. The cover for at least the one that he showed was like a 1950s kind of ice cream parlor sort of place, and it would look like a painted book from the 1950s. You know, that kind of art style, uh, and the aesthetic of a 1950s book cover. Except in the middle, between all these other characters, Wolverine was just kind of in this gray, black and white look, and it was really cool. It's a cool looking cover.
yeah. My thing with Marvel right now is I don't think they can fix their current product, and they're not looking at. I don't think they're looking at 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. They're looking at the here and now, and they're being very reactionary in my mind. Whereas, what did DC do? DC started small. They started, slowly changing everything, let it build organically, and now look at it. Whether people like it or not, DC is the best storyteller in comic books right now.
Yep.
They have built a catalog. I mean, this book right here, whether or not folks like it, Aquaman literally just became one of, if not the most powerful being in the entire universe.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and fantastic storytelling. I mean, the way that it ended, I was not
That
expecting.
cover's not that cover's not too bad either.
Now the cover's all right. This kid might have a future.
He's all right.
Yeah, but I was not expecting the ending of this book to be the two of them sitting on a rock talking about it.
No.
And then, I mean, because literally in this issue, Aquaman defeats Poseidon. He defeats a god. And it was, I mean, and it wasn't he just beat him up. He beat him to the point where Poseidon says, I yield. That's total dominance right there. So, but what did they do? I mean, this is issue 20. They slowly built to this moment over 20 issues. They
Well,
let the
and they
character.
built up to the Absolute Universe with the All In stuff, and they had been building toward that for 2 or 3 years. Um, so it wasn't like they just, hey, we launched a new universe, surprise.
Yeah,
It
and
was
so
a building thing.
I just don't think that Marvel has the patience to do something like that. Now,
No, I
on
don't
the
think
flip
so either.
side, I'm not trashing Marvel. I'm about to pull up a Marvel book, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Um, this Fantastic Four issue 15, the 65th Spectacular, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
The first story in this is so good. I mean, the have you read it yet?
Not yet.
Oh my god! Honestly, the first story in it is actually it's one of those feel good, heartbreaking stories. But at the same time, what has Ryan North done? He has built the yes. This is Fantastic Four 15, but he's been writing Fantastic Four for what 3 years now,
Yep. Because
something
they
along those
renumbered it
lines.
halfway, 15 issues ago or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was so good. I mean, the next couple of stories, hey, they're pretty good. all three stories combined do tell one story. It's like three stories to tell one type deal.
Nice.
But the first portion of the story is so good. But at the same time, Marvel left him alone and they let him build out his universe over the course of several years.
Same thing with Jed McKay on Moon Knight.
Yeah, and I mean that's what they need to do. They need to find someone that actually cares about the Spider-Man character and let that person build out their universe. Same thing with the X-Men. You know, I cracked this joke years ago, and you were the only person that got it. It was when what House of X and Powers of 10 come out.
Yep.
And you were literally like, hey, they're going into an ongoing series. And I went, hey, cancel it at issue 7. And somebody said, why? And I said, because they only have one good story arc in them. And out of all the people I said that in front of, you busted out laughing. And guess what? I was 100% right. They're not in it. They're not in it for the long haul. And that's what's so aggravating about Marvel is because they've got some wonderful characters if they just did the right thing with them.
One of the things that I find interesting about this Midnight universe is it's all written by guys who were on the Krakoan age of X-Men. Now they write other stuff too, right? Like Benjamin Percy wrote Punisher, and Jonathan Hickman also wrote recently Ultimate Spider-Man, and Philip Kennedy Johnson has written some other stuff too. But they all have that in common, right? They all have that in their DNA, and that makes me a little untrustworthy. Makes them a little untrustworthy to me because I felt very burned by what they did, the Krakoan Age. I know people, good people whose opinions I trust, who absolutely loved the Krakoan Age and they thought it was great, and more power to them. But for me, they wrecked it. They wrecked it right out of the gate when they ended one of the best stories that they have ever told, which was House of X and Powers of X. It's not Powers of 10. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody buys the 10 Men book. They buy the X-Men book. But right out of the gate, they jumped to 5 ongoing titles. Immediately. 5 ongoing titles. Utterly ridiculous.
It was like ridiculous. They got excited over the success of the other two. And I mean, to me, that version of Charles Xavier was extremely creepy, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I liked it too.
The whole part where Cyclops come walking out of the portal thing and everybody automatically back down. I mean, get excited. I mean, it's Cyclops. Okay, he's back. I mean, this is like the powerful Cyclops that they should be afraid of. And then they went into the ongoing series and they just trashed it, in my opinion.
Yep. It just they just drowned everybody in too much stuff to keep track of or follow. And you can't put out that much stuff and have it be good.
Yep.
I still contend how they put out one book, maybe 2, that could have reversed the fortunes of the X-Men for decades. But they got greedy and they were short-sighted and they don't understand the market anymore. And they were like, here, we're just going to dump this out here and everybody's going to buy all of this crap. Well, hate to break it to you, but no, they're not. I mean, the other thing that I thought was interesting on the call today was 2 of the writers, particularly, well, one of them particularly, the other one to a lesser extent, really kept talking up movie influences and manga influences for the book that he's writing. And I'm like, dude, if people want those things, they're already there.
Yeah.
You trying to recreate that's not going to work. So I'm skeptical on that front too. If I'm real honest, because like don't if those are your reference points, I think you're already in a bad place.
I mean, if you're going to do it, and you may end up rolling your eyes and disagreeing with me 100%, but I think it would be fun for 6 issues. Do a 6-issue limited series. And if you're going to start this Midnight universe, start it through the eyes of Sleepwalker.
That would be a choice.
Let it begin there, and then that way, if you end up into that dream world, which it's going to go, let it just run from there, and then that way you are free to do anything you want to anybody.
Well, they're free to do anything they want to anybody right now. They made
Yeah,
that clear.
No.
They made that clear.
When they
the editor in chief made that clear.
Well, we'll see. When they start hitting the shelves, I will check them out and give an honest opinion.
That's somebody has to bring the torches too. Don't forget.
What did I say?
You said Sleepwalker.
Sleepwalker was phenomenal. I will.
Who are you, and what have you done with the real Alan?
I will stack the 90s Sleepwalker storyline up against the current Spider-Man storyline any day of the week. He's just an obscure
I would also do that. But that's like saying this old cow poop smells less bad than the new poop. I mean, yeah, it's not fresh, so it doesn't stink as much.
I mean, if we really and truly want to get down to it, the only way to save Marvel Comics is to bring back Crystar.
Good Lord, what planet are you on?
Oh, goodness.
See, James has never even heard of Sleepwalker.
I am trying to pull up a picture of Sleepwalker so James can see it.
Sleepwalker and Darkhawk both came out of the same fever-driven time in the 90s. And not everything was meant to ever be seen again in the light of day. Some things from that time period should just stay buried.
There we go.
Now, Kane, why would you say things like that? Why would you say things like that? I don't think that is accurate. That's not the best picture of Sleepwalker. You don't really get to see him very much in that.
Yeah, but there wasn't a ton of good ones.
You know why?
Because they're all covered up by great ones.
Not a ton of good Sleepwalker.
Here is a cover that you are going to remember. And I bet that if we went and dug through your comic books at home, you have probably got this cover somewhere.
Well, let's see. I'm dying to know.
Bam!
I do not.
You do not have that cover? God, I thought everybody had that one.
Nope.
It was so bad, comic book stores were giving it away practically.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one I do not have.
Believe it or not, I think I have it at the house somewhere.
I believe it.
So
you have revealed a lot about yourself tonight.
My comic book collection is going to go one way or another. I'm going to pass away and my kids are going to go to sell it. And it's either going to be worth a few $1,000s or it's going to be worth like 50 cents.
Well, I know some of the books you've got, so I know that it's going to be worth more than 50 cents.
Yeah, the
Well, you're probably
collector,
going to have those books buried with you, though. I forgot about that.
the collector that buys my collection from my kids after I pass is going to be like, "What the hell was wrong with your dad?"
That question will be asked.
Yep.
Faux show.
All right.
See, James has the right question.
Martian Manhunter will never be as cool as Sleepwalker.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
There might well be. It looks like a Goosebumps character.
Well, let's talk about a good book right quick.
James has brought joy to my life.
Absolute Batman issue 23.
Yes. Yeah,
Um,
that was interesting in multiple ways.
could also be entitled "A Death in the Family You Didn't See Coming," because I didn't see it coming.
No, I'll admit I didn't either, but that's just one of those like, hey, we can do what we want in this universe.
Dude, yeah, and Clayface, what little bit he's in here was great. I mean, that was kind of
Yeah,
freaky.
he was something else.
Yeah, what was it? His last words were, "And you never will," or something like that.
Yeah, you can never get away. You'll never get away.
Yeah,
You
and I
never
love the
will.
way that Bruce is cracking, but his conspiracy theory makes sense.
All conspiracies make sense right up until you shine the right flashlight on them. And when all his friends are coming together to try to say, "Look, buddy, you're going off the deep end here. I think you need some help." And he turned that all around on them. Like, I don't know if he's right or wrong. Um,
Dude,
Especially with one of the people who was there who came into that group.
and how he took it all the way back to the day they were in the zoo together.
Uh-huh.
Dude, that, I mean, yeah, this is one of those issues that if you're not reading it, you're never going to understand it. But if you're reading it, you're like, holy crap, this has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's a fair
turn the
thing.
page and you're like, oh my God, how many word balloons can we get on these 2 pages? And then when you get finished with those 2 pages, you're like, oh my God, I need more.
Yes.
We could have actually done without the art on those 2 pages. Another book that was really fun, and my boy Sean Collins got everybody terrified.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He didn't run away. He ran to reload.
That's true. They're like, where did he go? What's going on? Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it literally ends with that truck barreling down on them, and it's pretty bad when the Joes and the Cobras have got to start working together.
Yeah. Against a G.I. Joe character, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Larry, oh Larry, you've done it again. I mean, dude, this was a great issue. It was so much fun. But I love any issue when Sean Collins can show how much of a menace he truly can be.
While we're talking G.I. Joe, I got the opportunity to read a preview of Tomb Raider G.I. Joe, the first issue of that crossover limited series. Dang it, it's good.
Is it good?
It's so good. It's unexpectedly good. Tomb Raider, Laura Croft, her background, she's the rich nobleman's daughter kind of thing, right? Well, there's another good nobleman in the G.I. Joe universe up in Scotland. And that's where the tie comes in.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, dang, that's clever. That was well thought out.
That is pretty good.
Did I pick up anything good at FarleyCon? I don't think I picked up a single thing other than some, I don't know,
He picked up a bunch of scrap paper that
Original
people had
art.
scribbled on.
I got some original art, yeah. And I got some character design sketches, and I got some art. I didn't buy any books, but I got art, and nobody else has that page. Just me, all mine. Nobody else has it. That's a one of one right there. Anyway, Absolute Batman 23, solid book, um, really solid book. What's your next book there, Alan?
All right. Next book, and I love this cover. It is so simplistic, but it's dead on with the two different stories that they're telling and the way these two stories have collided together. I think, I don't know how sales are going on this book. I got a sneaking suspicion this is a highly underrated book right now, but I don't know. And that is The Fury of Firestorm, issue 5.
Sales are pretty good.
Yeah, I
Not
mean, I don't.
spectacular, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, the ending of this book is one of those where you read the last couple of panels, you flip it, you see the last page, and then you sit there for a second and you're like, Jeff Lemire, you cheeky little bastard, what have you done?
That's Jeff Lemire for you, though. That's what he does.
Yeah. Have you read it?
I have not read 5 yet. I've read through
Oh,
4.
okay. I do not want to ruin the way they end this book, the way he ends this book, but it's one of those you do not see it coming. This is another one of those that you and I have talked about a lot in the past.
Such
But
a good book.
this cover is
It's beautiful.
Directly correlates with the story that's being told.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, it directly correlates with it. On some level, the story is not only is it happening in reality, it's happening in his mind through a memory of something that happened when he was younger.
Nice.
And when I say younger, I mean just now being inducted into the Justice League.
Okay.
But then Martin Stein, something that he says at the end of it, and then the result of what he says, dude, that was one of those where you're like, why didn't you release issue 6 at the same time? This is not fair.
Correct. Yeah, that is not cool. I hate when they do that.
Another one that's not fair is how cool they made Verity Pennyworth and how fast they made her that cool.
I still don't trust her.
I don't trust her either, but she broke it down pretty dang quick. And then for both of them to be like, okay, we can keep her. She can stay. I did have to flip to it. I love the whole thing. Have you read it yet?
Yeah.
I love the whole thing of Batman fighting in the elevator.
Oh, yeah, that was fantastic.
Then you've got all the well-to-do people waiting on the elevator, and when it opens, Batman is standing there holding 2 villains, and he's like, take the next one.
That was so great.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. Take the next one.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely enjoying her being in the background. I want to see which direction they go with it. The Joker getting pulled into this kind of threw me because who was he talking to? Who is in the background?
Oh, yeah, that's a darn good question. I would like to know that too.
Yeah, I mean, and they could go so many different directions with who's in the background. So I can't wait to see how that plays out. I mean, Matt Faction's doing a fantastic job with this book. He really is.
Yes, 100%.
And then my last book, which actually started and this is kind of the past couple of weeks together since we didn't get to talk about them, started a new storyline and once again proved that in the Absolute universe, Absolute Brainiac is very possibly the creepiest character that they have.
So creepy. Oh
I
my gosh. I
am.
didn't the earlier storyline that he was in, like it's every bit as horrifying and awful as what is happening in Absolute Batman, but more psychological. Um and yeah, Absolute Brainiac is terrifying.
Yeah, now I do have to. I mean, this was a great issue. Absolute Brainiac, like we said, terrifying. The way Metallo is done and how all that came about is like a creepy my science experiment type situation,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of sad at the same time. But I do have to admit, I laughed at the end of this book.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
And the reason why I was laughing was my demented little mind said, okay, Batman is going to bludgeon you half to death, and Superman is we're going to hug this out. That's kind of the way it come across to me is now I do like what they're doing with this Superman. He's not giving up on anyone. I mean, he's doing everything he can to try to help. Even when him and Black Adam was going at it, he was doing everything he could to try to help. So, but this Superman almost feels a little more personable than main continuity Superman.
Oh, I agree.
Because main continuity Superman is that personality was set in stone long before we come along.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely enjoying Absolute Superman.
You're still not reading this, are you?
I read the first issue and then I didn't get the others. I don't know why I didn't get the others because I did
I don't
enjoy the
know
first
why
issue.
either, because it's so good. So very good. It's an 8-issue limited series, so it's not going on forever. But Barbara Gordon Breakout continues to be awesome, and this cover artist, I'd kind of like to see. I'd kind of like to see him do like Velma and Daphne now. I don't know why, but this kind of reminds me of like a crossover between the two of them. So I want to see him do Scooby Doo.
Well, I mean, all of us of a certain age bracket would love to have Daphne in handcuffs, but that's a whole nother story.
Man, you ain't right, son. Oh Lord have mercy. You ain't right.
So how about them Braves?
So we talked about this. Yeah, Aquaman has. I went from being a guy who's not going to read Aquaman to, boy, when's that next issue coming out? Thank you, Kate.
Hey,
what is wrong with you?
Everybody has the right to be wrong, James.
Oh my Lord. Oh, let's see what else is good to talk about here. We've sold out of it, so I'm hesitant to tell people that they should read this. But this book was a pleasant surprise. Batman and Robin dynamic duos.
Yeah.
That was a pleasant surprise. Like I say, we sold out of it, so I'm hesitant to tell people to go and read it. But if you can pick it up, I recommend it. It's like going back to like a year one kind of story, and it's Mark Waid writing DC history. You can't go wrong with that. It's just always going to be good. That was really good.
I have not even heard of that book.
Not normally one that I would have been particularly interested in, but Aaron convinced me to give it a shot. It's written by Iman Vellani, the girl who plays Miss Marvel. and it's interesting. I don't. I'm curious enough to read the next issue, and we'll see how it goes. But it feels like a story out of the '70s. Like it like really feels like a story out of the '70s,
Yeah.
which is not what I would have expected from somebody of her age. But I'm going to guess she's a big fan of the '70s, and but yeah, it just feels very '70s. Let's see. I still have a big pile here, but I'm trying to just sort through to some particular ones. Yeah, that issue. Did you get the second print of GI Joe 330 with the Laura Croft cover
Was that last week or this week?
last week?
I did not see that on the shelf last week. I would like to have had that, but oh well.
It's Chris Mooneyham. And you know how I like Chris Mooneyham's art.
Yeah, that's another one of them fellas. He might have a future one day. He keeps it
He
up.
just might. He just might. Um, Another one that's really lost me, like I've lost interest, is Battle Beast. Like it's okay, but I have lost interest.
See, I never read any of those, so I don't know anything about Battle Beast. So it's kind of one of those, I'm gonna leave that one be.
I will say Fantastic Four number 15. I couldn't help it. I had to get the Annihilus cover. Did you see the Annihilus cover?
Uh-uh. Oh yeah, I did see that with yeah.
The Bug's Life
Yep.
with Hopper. I just love it. It makes me laugh. And then it's got the cover, the book that it's homaging, the cover it's homaging on the back.
Yeah,
No,
and then
that was a really fun cover. I enjoyed that.
there's a few pages within that book that you're going to absolutely love, and you'll know exactly what pages I'm talking about when you get to them.
Well, I just moved it to the top of my stack. I'm just gonna hit my computer while I'm moving these around. So I'm excited to get to finish reading my stack there. So we should move on to our other topic for the evening at this point, I think. What do you think?
Let's do that.
All right.
It has been rough.
First of all, we have a question here.
Okay.
Let's see if we can answer that. Have you seen Night School horror movie? I have not.
Neither have I.
I've not heard of it. And horror movies are Alan's thing.
I did watch Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2 the other night, and I really need Part 3 to hurry up and come out.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those.
Is it good?
It's one of those that's so blatantly stupid that you like it. I mean, it's I mean,
isn't the premise of Five Nights at Freddy's essentially that you're at Showbiz Pizza? Yeah, but isn't the premise essentially that you're at Showbiz Pizza and all the animatronics are evil and they come after you to kill you?
Yes and no in this situation. The first movie is better. I do highly recommend the first movie. It's got like a pretty good story to it. The only reason why I watched it was because of Matthew Lillard. So it was like, he's in it. It's like, hey, let's give this a shot. He's phenomenal no matter what he does. That man could read the telephone book for 2 hours and it would be entertaining.
He is great.
But I ended up my wife and I both really liked it. We watched the second one, and like all sequels, you're just kind of like, well, the first one was better. But it's one of those, the way it ends, you're like, okay, bring on the third one. Let's get this rolling. We need it now.
Well, let's talk real quick about the expo announcements this week. What do y'all say?
I say that I don't like Jeremy Long anymore. I think he's cheap. He's a tease, and he needs to cut that crap out. You don't give me two, then all of a sudden switch gears. No, sorry, it doesn't work that way. Does not work. And y'all that know, you know. I mean, if I don't get a buy my pretty blue floral bonnet pretty soon, I'm gonna be highly upset.
Well, maybe he has to space those out year over year. Like you didn't get all the Star Trek people at the same time.
Negative, negative. Give it all to me at one time. All at one time. I want the cake.
I got a message from a friend of mine who was like hopping mad. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so mad." I'm like, "Why are you mad?" He's like, "I'm going to be in Japan during the time of the expo next year, and my soulmate is going to be there. And how am I going to tell her she's my soulmate if I'm not there?"
Fair enough.
And I'm like, "Well, you're like 75 and married, and she's married, so that soulmate thing could be a little awkward." But I get it.
If they're both married, all that means is they're both on an even playing field.
I would like to reiterate.
And honestly, this has been a great week. I mean, he's announced some really good guests this week.
Alan Tudyk, man.
I know, not trying to take away from Pam Grier and oh crap, who did he announce today?
Jewel State.
No, who did he announce today?
I haven't seen today's announcement yet.
Laura Pepperone from That 70s Show.
Oh, right, the redheaded one. Yeah.
Her today, Pam Grier yesterday, but the way he started the week out, it was like Wednesday morning could not wait to see the post. And it was like, oh, you know what, Pam Grier, I love you, but I was not wanting to see your picture today. I would have had no issue seeing your picture Monday, but not today.
Well, how does everybody else feel? You guys excited for these guests? Because I am. I think it's pretty awesome. I got to see if I can't get Alan Tudyk to record like an outgoing voicemail message for me as King Candy.
As King Candy?
Or just as Hey Hey. Well, obviously, he hasn't announced any of those yet.
Yeah.
But those are coming.
He
usually saves those until closer to December before he announces them. Typically.
So,
but anyway, let's get on to our other topic.
What did you think about lanterns?
I really liked it. I liked it a lot. But I have to caveat that by saying I've never been a big fan of Green Lantern in the comics. Not of any of the Lanterns. Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, John Stewart. Definitely not Guy Gardner. I hate Guy Gardner. So, pretty significant and major changes in character. That's not going to bother me. I'm not going to be upset about that. And I think they changed Hal Jordan's character pretty significantly. Like, I don't know who that guy was. That wasn't Hal Jordan. Now, if they go back in time, maybe we see Hal Jordan and maybe we get a story of how he changed. But the key thing about Hal Jordan is his indomitable will. He does not give up. Ever. And this guy's given up.
Well, now
so I don't know. That part was weird to me.
That was.
And you say Tom King had his hands all over the ending. That whole plot was Tom King.
Oh God, yeah. The ending was one. There was a thing that come out. I saw it on Instagram the other day, and it was Tom King and somebody else, and it was Yeah, we were told when it comes to writing lanterns, we were told not to do this, not to do this, not to do this, not to do that. So what did we do? We did it. And I was like, Tom King, that is the greatest answer you could have possibly given. Everything he was told not to do, they did it, and it worked. One thing that they did say was because there was a lot of people that was like, hey, people have been waiting on Hal Jordan for years. You know, there's a generation out there that's been waiting for a true Hal Jordan since they were kids, and they're adults now.
Yep.
Don't do this stuff with Hal Jordan. And Tom King said, all I'm asking is give me all 8 episodes. Now, I have loved Tom King's writing for years. I'm going to give him all 8 episodes. I'm sure it's all going to be explained. But yeah, this version of Hal Jordan definitely felt different because it's, I'm not wearing the suit. I'm not a part of it. It's, I don't know. It just felt different. I felt like Jon Stewart was spot on, though.
Oh, Jon Stewart was spot on.
Yeah.
And I really liked it, but I had to make the clarification up front that I'm not a big fan of typical Green Lantern lore. I've read some Green Lantern, but it's never been a book that I've read consistently. Just kind of periodically dip a toe in, but I've never just gone like, hey, let's go and dive headfirst into the Lake of Green Lantern stuff. So it doesn't bother me that they made those changes, but I can see how people who are big fans would be very bothered.
Yeah.
And then that ending, buddy.
We got to
I will say the other thing was it took me a minute because I was looking at the sheriff and I'm going, God, where do I know her from? And I was really racking my brain.
Who was it?
She was on Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, I never watched that.
That's a really good show. Terrifying show, but really good. Yeah, there you go. That's fair. But she was on that. But she was also the voice of Merida in the movie Brave.
How was she now? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was the sheriff. And I was like, gosh, as I was racking my brain, where do I know her from? And she's one of the main characters on Boardwalk Empire. And yeah, she was the voice of Merida in Brave.
Yeah, I thought the casting in Lanterns was absolutely perfect. Because I enjoy all those actors. The
what you think about that scene with Jon Stewart as a kid?
That was like disturbing, to be honest with you.
That was extremely disturbing.
I know we're going to get more out of it, but it's almost like his dad has been training him for this moment since day one. You know, we got that text message from that one fellow that we love to pick at all the time. You know, and he made a comment about, well, I mean, it's been a week, almost a week. So here comes your spoiler. He made a comment about the way it ended with Hal Jordan being dead. But to me, is Hal Jordan really dead? Number one, the ring is missing. It did not go to Jon Stewart. And number two, we've already encountered what was called, I think somebody online called it Hollow Hal instead of a hologram.
Yeah, a hologram.
Yeah, a hologram. That was it.
That's what he said in the show.
Yeah. So what are we? I mean, that ending, yes, you do see Hal Jordan's lifeless body sitting there, but it's also one of those, but is he really? And plus, we know he's going to be throughout the entire show. We just don't know about what happens in 2026.
Yeah.
And they've got to go back to 1996 at least once or twice more to kind of give us a little more backstory on that. Because he obviously still talks to his father. Because that was the first person he did was he called his father.
See, I love this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That was a creeptastic scene though.
Yeah, oh yeah, it really was. Because you know
Just
he's
just the
not going.
fact that he's like go to the wall, son, and he just walks over there, calm as a cucumber. Do. It just stood there, didn't blink, nothing. You're like, man, what if your dad sneezed?
I mean, you know he's not going to, but watching the scene, it's still in the back of your mind. What if?
Oh yeah, like didn't he used to have an older brother?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think I was more upset by Hal Jordan destroying the car than anything by running it off the cliff.
well, I knew that was coming. The
Yeah,
minute they showed a
the
cliff,
cliff.
I was like, nope, I see where this is going. Um, I was amused at the what'd you do? How'd you escape? How'd you use the ring? What'd you do? Bubble wrap. You're like, oh my gosh, bubble wrap.
I did really enjoy the way the constructs looked the couple of times that he did it.
Yeah, I agree. I thought
Um,
that was good too.
I liked the way he took off and flew, and he was not completely and totally surrounded by green.
Yeah,
Um, who was the sheriff's father-in-law? Because I've seen him in something else.
he's been in a ton of things, and I don't remember his name, but he's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And her husband is also on the. He plays a lawyer on the new show Matlock.
So what you're saying is he's already been typecast?
Apparently so, although he did not have a mustache, so that was kind of funny seeing him with that giant '80s stash.
Yeah, and then John Stewart driving past that ranch in 2026, and it's obvious a war happened there.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. It's like they tried to explain it, but it didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, because she kind of made that quick little comment about, oh, he's just trying to throw me off. I mean, at that point, he could have done slunk off into the crowd, you know?
Yeah. Although I will say, in true Tom King fashion, I'm really curious about what the heck is bringing aliens to this wackadoo football field in Nebraska.
Yep. And
Like,
and
why?
with Tom King, it'll probably end up being some brilliant reason that we never saw coming.
Did they
I
build the football stadium on top of the crop circles? Is that what happened?
maybe, or maybe the Abensur's ship is still underneath the football field.
That could be.
I love the exchange in the interrogation room, especially when,
That was great.
yeah,
That was
when the
great.
alien finally just gave up. The Harry Potter, all that stuff, what all Hal did to him, how he
Yep.
basically got it out of him, I thought was brilliant. But the exchange when the alien finally just said, "Okay, look, let's this is it," and he kind of, you can see his demeanor and everything change. Whoever that actor is, I think he did a great job doing that.
I agree. He did.
And I know that this is because some people just find it sacrilegious whenever I mention this. Some of my favorite Green Lantern story, and I am excluding Brightest Day, Blackest Night. That's kind of off on its own little pedestal. Um, the new 52 run of Green Lantern, that entire run was really, really good.
Okay.
So I was hoping for that version of Hal Jordan. That's what I was wanting. I haven't been big on Green Lantern comics since then because I think they kind of go a little bit overboard with the whole space cop thing and just trying to make some stuff just as wild as it can possibly be.
Yeah, the whole cosmic universe has never been one that's been that interesting to me.
Yeah.
In Marvel or DC, it's just not my bag. I don't like my universe just overflowing with bazillions of different types of aliens. Um, unless we're talking Star Wars, in which case that's okay. But don't send it on Earth and then give me no Earth.
Yeah. My thing
Honestly,
with
that's kind of what used to bother me about Aquaman too. Now that I think about it, right? He's part of the surface world, and he is a superhero. But then none of the stories is he ever on the surface, and he never deals with anybody. It was always just like what a soap opera underwater.
yeah.
This has actually made me care about the underwater world, about Atlantis and all that, in ways that Aquaman has never been able to do before.
Yeah, and even that, I mean, Aquaman's branching out into the universe, and I mean, it's
He
so
is,
different. Um,
but again, in a way that feels organic and I care about it, and not in some wackadoo like let's just throw him over here.
yeah. Now, one thing that's always gotten me, and it does get kind of touched upon in the Lanterns TV show, Earth was never supposed to have a Green Lantern.
Yep,
Earth was always this backwater planet that we're just going to leave them off over there doing their own little thing because they'll end up destroying each other. We're not going to worry about Earth. Okay, if Earth is never supposed to have a Green Lantern, we accidentally end up with Hal Jordan. We could say fate. Now, wait a minute. Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, John Stewart, Simon Baz. There was another girl before the Absolute Universe. And then we had that chick that ends up becoming a Star Sapphire.
yep.
So how did we go from they were never meant to be contacted to freaking 7 humans that are wielding these rings?
Well, once they were here, they thought they might as well stick around. I don't know.
So that's always been just a skinch confusing. And sometimes it has felt like in the past where they're just kind of like, oh, you know, it'd be a good idea if we introduced another Green Lantern.
Yes,
Okay,
that
we've
has
run
always
out of
bothered me.
ideas. Let's introduce another Green Lantern. It's like, how many Green Lanterns do we need for a planet that was never supposed to have one?
That's a very good question. I hadn't thought of it like that before, but you're right. Um, no, that's good.
So, but as far as the show is concerned, I will not be missing an episode. I thought it was great. I love the style of it. I like the way it all played out. I wish that James Gunn would make the movies a little more grounded because this felt more grounded for a superhero flick.
Oh yeah, this felt like this could easily have existed alongside what's his face,
Zack
who
Snyder.
made the no the Batman movies.
Oh, Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Yeah,
Yeah.
this could have existed alongside of that Batman.
Yeah, or it could exist in the current Robert Pattinson Batman
Yeah, that's true.
because this is not gritty, but it's still realistic.
Yeah,
I like the way they've done it, and I wish that this was the tone for DC period right now.
I get that.
Because Superman was fun and everything, but that whole fun whimsical is only going to go so far, and it's going to get old really quick. Yeah, quite honestly, halfway through Suicide Squad 2 that James Gunn did, I was kind of already over it.
That's fair.
So, but we'll
That's
just
fair.
have to wait and see. I'm glad that they were already so far down the rabbit hole with this, and it did not get canceled when they were kind of pumping the brakes on everything after the Supergirl flop. So, but
I
they had
still
already.
haven't seen that. I need to see that.
It's a good movie. I don't think it deserves the hate that it got. I was entertained. The first 15 to 20 minutes of it, I was extremely meh on. Okay, I get the point. Move on. When you hear, and it's not something that I feel like we can really talk about on the YouTubes without the censors going ape, but when you hear what the original concept was that the test audiences supposedly did not like, if you were in that test audience and you did not like that original concept, you're a flipping idiot, because I read all about it and it sounded awesome. And it would have made that movie so much better and a lot darker.
Interesting.
Yep.
Huh.
So that's kind of where I'm at on all that.
I'm sure it'll be streaming soon, so I'll check it out. Speaking of streaming, have you watched Stewart Fails to Save the Universe?
That is on my agenda for this Sunday.
It is way better than it has any right to be. It is really funny.
Yeah, I want to say if everything breaks my way, I'm really hoping to be piled up in the middle of the bed tomorrow night with a pizza and watching Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Because everybody says that movie's actually creepy.
That sounds like a good Saturday night or Friday night or whatever the heck night it is. Friday night.
Generally, Sundays after church is my time to just sit there and do nothing and zone completely out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my day to recharge my batteries. So I'm planning on Stewart Fails to Save the Universe Sunday.
I think you will enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And comic book related, there are scenes in the comic shop, and part of the whole premise is they're bouncing from one universe to the next. Because, of course, Leonard and Sheldon built some kind of a machine that broke things. And they're trying to get back to the right universe so they can stop it all. But they have the same two guys who also were two guys who showed up at the comic shop in Big Bang Theory, come into the shop and they're arguing. And it's like, oh, come on, guys. And then they come into the shop in the next universe and they don't really have a sense of what this universe is like until they go into the shop, until those two guys come in the shop and they see how he's like, hey, that's my copy. Give me that book. He's like, okay, here you go. You can have it. And they're like, whoa, what just happened? Something's terribly wrong here. But it's a really good show. It's surprisingly well done and surprisingly good.
Yeah, I've seen all the cameos so far, and
I think you will enjoy it.
I think the big one is going to be will Sheldon and Leonard do a cameo in the end? Because I know Jim Parsons has said he has no desire to revisit The Big Bang Theory.
Right, but I think doing a cameo on something like this would not cause him any headaches. Same thing. I mean, I don't think his involvement in Young Sheldon bothered him any either.
Well, it never bothers anybody when they're cashing the check. It's always how awful it was after the fact.
Well, no, I actually read some of the articles about why he wouldn't go back and what bothered him about it. And it was trying to get into the character of Sheldon. He essentially made himself OCD to play the character who is OCD, and he put himself in a really bad spot doing that. And he's like, it just wrecked my life. It took me forever to get my life back. I'm like, I get that.
I've often wondered when it comes to actors, like television actors, and method actors are their own little thing for movies. I'm not referring to method actors on any level, but say like him, or you could even go to say like Alan Alda playing Hawkeye on MASH.
How much of that is just him?
Yeah, I mean, they've played this character for so long. At what point does the character stop and they start? How
Yeah.
did they turn it off? Because they really, especially the way TV shows were being done at that time, 22, 23 episodes filmed over the courses of months.
Yep.
They've only got maybe a couple of months downtime for themselves. So at what point does that start bleeding over? And he did cover that in that interview. I mean, but
yeah,
when you play a character for years, I mean, look at Larry Hagman with J.R. Ewing. Dude,
for sure.
where did JR stop and Larry start?
Yeah, fair
Oh, I
question.
went old school for you youngins there for just a minute.
Who shot him anyway?
No, might have been a dream.
It might have been a dream, a whole season long dream. It might have been.
What if you ever want to see a horde of angry women? That was the best time you would have ever seen it right there, was that scene when you found out it was all a dream.
Oh Lord, yeah, that was like you broke one of the cardinal rules of television was you made an entire season of stuff that didn't matter because it didn't exist.
Which to me I
And
think is brilliant because I'm kind of a jerk like that.
you are, and it was. Um, but yeah, no, that was fun stuff.
Yeah, or you could even go as far as say, look at some of these. Well, I mean, we'll use Tom Cruise for example with Mission Impossible.
With Ethan Hunt, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at what point do you have the ability to turn Ethan Hunt off?
I don't think he ever wanted to, because he's like, okay, what wackadoo stunt am I going to get to do in the next Ethan Hunt movie?
Yeah.
Because I just want to do weird stunts. Make a movie about me getting to do weird stunts. And they're like, okay, now wrap a little plot around it. It'll be fine.
Aaron needs to bring one of his Hollywood connections on the show one night, and we talk about this method acting stuff and everything else.
I could not agree more.
Mm-hmm.
Could not agree more.
And
Well,
I can't believe that nobody made a comment in those text messages when I called him highfalutin.
that's true.
I was proud of myself for that.
It's true.
Just kind of got glossed over, but that's okay.
That's just how the world is, man. It's a tough, cruel world out there.
It is.
What's the next comic book you're really looking forward to?
Honestly, as much as
Because you haven't mentioned Absolute Green Arrow yet.
No, because I have not read it. The next book that I'm looking forward to, it's more of a cure. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it because, and it's about to refer back to something we've already talked about. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it because of the character or because of what they could potentially do to the character. But
Okay.
I do want to check out that Midnight X-Men simply because of Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Because he is being advertised, so I want to see what they're going to do with it. I'm definitely looking for, as childish as it is, I'm definitely looking forward to Robin Hood when it comes out in November.
For sure.
I mean, I want to see how Mark is going to do Graveyard Shift. Yes, Corpse Night, that'll be wrapping up soon.
Corpse Night is so good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. There was something else that was getting ready to come out. Oh, it actually came out last week, and I have not read it yet because the issue was like that freaking thick. It was a new Image comic. I cannot remember what it was. I did not get a chance to read it before the show tonight. I was looking forward to that one. And I believe next week we get the second issue
I'm looking forward to that.
Of the Dead Cowboy.
Oh, The Dirt Beneath Your Feet?
No, not
Or
the Dirt Beneath
the
Your
Devil.
Feet.
The Dirt Beneath the Devil. Oh,
Yeah,
Dead Acre.
Yeah, Dead Acre. Dead Acre comes out. I believe it might even come out this week. Either this week or next week.
I don't think it was this week.
And maybe it's next week, Dead Acre 2. And I'm really looking forward to that because that was a fun read. I tell you something that I'm really giddy about. and it's not a comic book, even though there's going to be some artwork in it. And that is that Old Gods of Appalachia book that you were
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm looking. That should be coming in. I don't know when it's supposed to release, but I'm looking forward to getting my grubby little mitts on that. But I've also been reading a lot of novels here lately too. So
Fair enough.
it's kind of hard to say what I'm actually excited about because I'm not going to know until I've actually got it in my hands.
Well, that's reasonable, I suppose. You didn't mention that you're looking forward to the G.I. Joe Tomb Raider crossover, and you should be.
Well, I mean, who would not be excited about that? And I am so glad that they are introducing her into the Real American Hero universe because
That, yes.
that her character fits the Larry Hama universe so much better than the Energon universe.
So much better. I totally agree.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you look at the backstory of Laura Croft, the lore, everything, the way Larry Hama has done Real American Hero, she is a perfect fit for that. Which kind of brought me to my next question. I've only got a couple minutes and I've got to cut out of here. If you were to bring another video game character into the Real American Hero universe, who would it be?
Pitfall. Go all the way back.
Oh yeah.
All these young people are going, what crack are these people smoking?
So I've actually thought about that, and a lot of people may get it and a lot of people may not get it, but I'm going to say Leon from the Resident Evil universe. Resident Evil 4, I mean, he was in a couple of them, but Resident Evil 4 was like the big breakout game with Leon in it that he definitely developed his following there. They did have somebody kind of look like him in one of the movies, but it was more like a small role, just a little fan service.
You know, an easy one you could roll into G.I. Joe would be Tenchu or Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
You could roll either of those in easy.
Or just have a couple of guys run across the screen with semi-automatic weapons, Super Contra.
You know,
that's not a bad idea.
I would read that. I would so absolutely read that.
But only if I get one scene with the Fall Guys truck jumping over the A-Team van.
That's fair.
Yep. I have got to get out of here because I got a child to go pick up.
Yep. Hey everybody, thanks y'all so much for joining us tonight. Really enjoyed it. That was some fun conversation. Looking forward to next week. We should, fingers crossed, have Aaron next week, and he can catch us up on everything that's going on in the movies. So hopefully that's going to be the case. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Till next time, read some more comics and come ready to talk about them because that's what we love. So we'll see y'all then.